That's Tyler Steve, boy.
outside, playing
That
Jordan
messed
stuff,
me
giving
up.
people more help with the inside, playing in the cam so they can play a little
And
faster.
take these off.
Do you find the scheme easier in any way, and if so, how?
Yeah, I definitely agree with
I wonder.
just playing faster. Like I think we're
I
still
don't know.
learning the scheme, still trying to figure out. But I think a lot of the stuff is pretty similar. It's just once we figure out like what the declaration is, there's little things like tag to the play that kind of changes it. But other than that, um, I think it just allows us to play faster and keep these moving.
What does it mean to the group to have Landon and Camp both healthy and out there for all the reps and the whole group together?
Yeah, I think it's big.
Let me put
Because
it.
you kind of want to get as many reps as you can during camp, just to like keep the line cohesive, keep everybody comfortable, like playing next to each other. So I think just all those guys being able to be on the field and play and get these reps, especially with the new offense, I think is really big.
Anything different from your perspective, year one as a starter versus year two?
I mean, I think last year just because I mean it was my third year, so with the same type of offense, so I think I was pretty comfortable with what I was doing. I think this year it's been good just being introduced to this new offense, but I think the coach has been doing a great job of just kind of explaining to us what our job is and how to execute it and the different techniques that we're using now. So I think that's just the main difference, the new offense, but I think it's going pretty well.
Coach, but knowing that like you're the starter and not having to get in like a camp battle or whatever.
Not really. I think it feels the same. I kind of approach camp the same every year. Like I'm not gonna approach it like I'm supposed to be given anything. I think that's the best way to approach it, just mentally. And so I'm gonna approach it like that every year.
Are you finding ways in which the
Markel's a really good player. He's big. He's long. He's been able to like for a rookie. He's really taken a step as far as being able to understand the offense. I think rookies sometimes it takes them a while to take that step as far as like understanding what we're trying to accomplish on the play. But Markel does a good job of understanding that, and also he's very physically gifted, big strong dude. So I think he's been doing a good job.
Are you finding ways where your skill set is a match for the new scheme?
Yeah, I think this scheme just allows the guys to run a lot more. We're getting pretty quick off the ball. I think that's something that a lot of our guys do pretty well. Is get on and run a little bit and get on those angles. And that's one of the things that this scheme kind of really like emphasizes. So yeah, I think it's been going pretty good.
Well, kind of along those lines, like what's the biggest adjustment for you as far as the new scheme is involved? Like things you might have to do that you're not to do.
Yeah, I think it's mainly just the lingo. A lot of the times when you're in the heat of the moment, you kind of forget just kind of what the lingo is now. And I mean, it's a lot of the at the end of the day, like the offenses, they we got our three slide call. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, it's just like it's probably going to be an R word or something like that. It's just a different R word. So I think a lot of the lingo kind of stuff, especially when we're going fast or we're trying to or it's loud or whatever the case is, you might get stuck up on that a little bit. But I mean, other than that, it's been pretty good. I think the coach is doing a great job of explaining.
In Chris Cooper's case, he was a long time right guard. Obviously, is that something that's come up in conversation? Are you aware of his playing background as a right guard?
Yeah, I mean, like first day when we all met him, he kind of introduced himself, made it be known that he played in this league for a while, and yeah, told me right like he played right guard, and he was like my eyes naturally go to right guard at first, so I thought that was pretty cool. I think I built me and Coach Cooper have started to build a relationship that's been pretty good. So I think we could be honest with each other. So I think it's been good so far.
Last year of your rookie contract, team approached you about extension.
Yeah, I don't really think about that too much. I mean, it's I'm here right now, and I'm just focusing on playing good football. So
Did you and Chris talk about right guard? What was that conversation like? Are there models? Just
start to remodel your game after what he wants from you?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, he just again like he played right guard, so that's like I guess he played I think like 8-9 years, and he was pretty good. He started for a while, so I think his eyes just naturally go there. I think he's I think it's pretty good listening to a guy that's done it for a while, just because, and he's coached for a while too. But I think he just has a different understanding of kind of what to expect, and I mean he played in the scheme too. So and then how to explain it, and he knows how it feels, how it's supposed to look. So I think that's been a pretty good perspective.
How would you just
I think that's been a pretty good perspective.
how would you describe him in your way, like having a background this how would you describe his style?
I think it's very hands on. I think I think he knows as a former player kind of how players want to be taught as well. You see him sometimes he'll go out there in individual drills and he'll do the individual drill like he'll show it himself just because he's done it before. So I think that's been pretty good. I mean, he does a good job of showing good job with his cut ups and showing the film and yeah, overall I think he's done a great job.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
I'm talking. All right, look, Prize Picks is America. Yeah, no, but this is my thing, Acho. I think he probably will get an opportunity. He will. I think. We need that money. The bag is too big. If you tell a former if you tell Le'Veon Bell right now, yo, you could get $5 million to go fight Jake Paul. He's gonna step in that ring. Off that couch. He's stepping in that ring. I'll step in that ring for $5 million. I'm gonna get knocked out by Jake Paul. But my thing is, he's now in a situation where he's gonna get that back. Unfortunately, that's just what's going to happen. He's going to get that back. He's going to go out there, and the what if that you're talking about, the why that is gone after the mystique that's gone. The mystique is now going to be, can this NFL player who I know is a freak athlete, but who I know is naturally more talented.
Here's the thing. No, remember, Jake Paul rejected Le'Veon Bell because he wasn't active last time, and he knew Le'Veon Bell could actually could hang with him. No active NFL player is going to take this deal because you don't need to. You don't need the money, and the team's probably not going to let you because of the contract clause. If you get cut, Jake Paul's probably like, I'm not going to take the deal because hell no. So I don't actually think it can come to fruition. Furthermore, like Jake Paul needs a specific NFL player. It can't be NFL Eagles Emmanuel Acho.
An earthquake here is
NFL player, but he also needs somebody that's not active NFL player stature, status, and athleticism and conditioning right now, which you get from a retired player, but they don't have the name and the draw to be as good of a purse or as much of a bag for Jake Paul to get. So I just think, this is all a ploy. He's doing anything he can to stay relevant because he knows, like y'all said, he's losing his relevance after the Anthony Joshua fight.
I got a question for the two to my right because y'all obviously are most familiar with boxers. Yeah. What is it's the age test is old as time, question is old as time. What's the hardest sport, Shady? You cover boxing on Mondays.
Boxing.
Really?
It's you and the other fighter. Like, I be thinking about coming to a game, right? I'm playing against the toughest defense in the national NFL. But, like, I got my homeboys with me. So let's say I'm not ready to roll. I'm nervous. Deshaun Jackson ready to roll, though. Mike Vick, Patrick Mahomes, they ready to Tyreek Hill. And boxing is you. Mm-hmm. And another thing is like, yo, I'm trying to F you up.
Yeah.
You trying to F me up.
Yeah.
It's the hardest training. It's the hardest condition sport.
Yeah,
and it's a thinking game too.
Now, what takes more?
And last thing is like, yo, you can be terrible in football, Acho, but to the fans, they might not know.
Yeah, because you hide it.
In boxing, if you're terrible, you making bad decisions, we can see it. You can't hide in that boxing.
I would say it's combat sport. But is boxing It's harder mentally.
And physically.
But I'm saying, like, Mike Tyson, as great as he is, it's not like Mike Tyson could make Ray Lewis miss an hole. Because that takes more, like, he just wasn't born that way. Evander Holyfield, as great as he is.
But Roy Jones could. You know what that is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But, like, Ali, as great as he is, Ali isn't going to be able to block, you know, Mean Joe Green.
What position would he be?
Tight end, I'm assuming. Right? Receiver? Probably got to bulk him up and
Receiver, maybe safety.
he's not getting off safe on Dion.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
The thing is, even then, he's not scratching off on Dion. He's not a 4. He's not running 4-2. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
I don't know that. You seen Muhammad Ali run?
I've seen him walk.
He's done a lot of great things, bro. He's been great. He's changed his name twice. His 2 great names.
Yeah. 2 great names.
A gold medal.
Yeah, gold medal, 1960. Yeah.
Right. He's great.
Yeah.
Dion's great too, though. All I'm saying is, there's some athletes that can play multiple sports. Like I think Bud Crawford could play football. He did play football. Sean Porter, he played football. And Tony AB,
Your
Brawner,
brother.
he's played football. A lot of these guys. Matter of fact, Roy Jones was so special. He used to play basketball before his fights. That's how good he was.
I've just seen some people who you would think are athletic try to run, and it's like a fish out of water.
Tank Davis is super athletic. He does backflips and all that. Like, so I'm just saying, like,
Some of them aren't the best athletes, but what's the hardest thing to do? John Jones is not a better athlete than Chandler Jones or Arthur Jones at all. Not even remotely close. Step in the cage with John Jones, though. And then tell me who's more athletic. You know what I mean? Like tell him that he's not as athletic. You know, I just think it's one, it's very, very mental, and I can have an off play and I just miss the tackle. I end up throwing a lazy jab out there. I can get countered and put to sleep. Like that's a completely different thing. Ask Leo Santa Cruz about throwing the same shot 3 straight times. Slip, uppercut, night. Fight over against Tank Davis. Like that type of stuff happens. So I just think that's definitely the hardest thing to do because one, it is just one-on-one, and I can't make mistakes. Because mistakes in football, okay, we let up a touchdown. Okay, we might have lost the game. Mistake in boxing,
sometimes
I lost my consciousness. It years off my life.
There might be 3 guys coming, and I got a guy.
You gotta speed that.
Come on, you gotta speed that.
You said it might got 3 guys coming.
He was about, oh man.
I said, the first thing I said, in football.
You said in football.
You did say in
Okay,
football.
football.
So in football, if a guy got my leg and there's 3 guys coming at me, right? The fans won't see this.
That's better.
He'll come and I'll hit the deck.
Yeah.
You're not getting a free hit on me.
Yeah.
I get up and look, the fans like I just got tackled. But somebody like, that was soft, man. You ain't let them 3 guys tackle you. Yeah, I'm not. And boxing, yo, you hurting and all that. He about to hit you and you take a knee. We can see how that shit looks soft.
Yeah.
Boxing is a mental game and it's a physical game. Last point, it was a fight that had to work this weekend. Now, this Mexican dude is tough as nails, bro. He throws over 1,000 punches. So if it's 12 rounds, 3 minutes around, you do the math.
Beta, right?
It's a beta. He's throwing 1,000 punches trying to hurt you. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Boxing's hard, bro.
Yeah.
And there's no like real help for real. You know what I mean? Your coach is in there, he ain't in there with you.
Like you come to a football game, you found out your lady just cheated on you. You know what I mean? You got your homies there to be like, hey, it's gonna be all right, bro. It's cool. You know, you get in the ring, and your girl just cheated on you. And then you just
What is he
When
talking
you don't be playing sports, you say shit like that. What is that?
Kid, what's the next time?
Look, we gotta keep the show pushing. Sorry for that, everybody. I would like to
That was
apologize.
crazy though.
Look, it's no longer hyperbole. It's no longer hype. The quarterback battle in the city of Cleveland is real. Deshaun Watson struggling again today and
It's a victory.
But that's my thing though. Is like you say that it's like you're surprised. You watch a lot of tape.
Yes, sir.
I mean, have you seen him the last couple of years?
It hasn't been good.
So are you surprised?
And it's not even that I'm surprised. I'm disappointed. Deshaun, you got another opportunity. The owner this offseason said we made a mistake with the Deshaun Watson contract. Yet you still on the roster. You still taking reps with the ones. You still supposed to be the first teamer. And you're going to squander this opportunity?
That's a top.
Like, to me, that makes it. You don't have that luxury, bro. You do not have that luxury. So, and I don't want to see Deshaun Watson's career end like this. You're looking at some clips of Shador Sanders. Shador looks great right now.
Shador looks phenomenal.
Shador looks great.
And another thing is that we're not talking about. It's an even playing field. If you take the money aside for everything, Shador's better. Why is he better? They're both in a new offense with a new head coach, and we have the same opportunities to learn the playbook the same way. Shador Sanders, he was the only quarterback that came there early to learn the offense, and now you're seeing the results of it. He's looking the most efficient. He's completing the most passes, most touchdowns. It looked like the number one quarterback. I mean, y'all tell me.
Here's what's crazy. Preseason for most players, for all but 7 or 8 players, it ain't a competition.
That's true.
It's not a competition. It's somebody who was a backup, who was the 49th, 50th, 51st person out of 53 people on a roster. I would go in 2 seasons and coach would be like, hey, Ach, as it stands right now, you're set to get cut. Told me that. Dave Phipps, shout out to him. He said, like, you're set to get cut unless something happens, unless you change something. I say all that. He told me this before training camp ever started. Meaning all the practices that fans are tweeting about, bloggers are tweeting about, they're irrelevant. Hey, Kiko Alonso's making the team because we traded Shady for him. Jordan Hicks is making the team because we drafted him in the 3rd round. Michael Kendricks is making the team because he's making $28 million. And D'Amico Ryans is making the team because he's D'Amico Ryans. He's a starter. He's a captain. He's a veteran. So, hey, Acho, you're the 5th linebacker right now. I don't care if you're better than 2 of them. We're not cutting Kiko. We can't. We just traded him for Shady. He has to make the team. We're not cutting Jordan Hicks. We can't. We drafted him in the 3rd round. So I say that to say, Shador's not even supposed to start. Like Deshaun, these camp reps are meaningless. They for the fans. Unless, Deshaun, you're so bad. Unless you're so bad that we have to cut, that we have to start Shador. So to me, Kieran, it's a shame.
Now I was gonna say, let me ask you. Unless you, I was gonna ask you a question.
I was just gonna say,
Go ahead.
the longer this happens during training camp, the shorter that leash.
No pun intended.
Right. As the Raiders, all the bad teams. I don't want to say like I mean, every year they draft us around. Why are you doing that?
The only reason they put him in the Raiders and like Cardinals.
Hold up, time out. The Raiders won 1 game.
Last year? Should have been more than that.
Nah, I think they
2?
won
Yeah,
3.
maybe 3.
Okay, 3 bet. Cool, bet. They was number 1 pick.
Yeah.
The Browns was what pick? 3rd? 4th?
Yeah, maybe 4. I think Brown.
How many games did they win?
I think they won 5, Kieran.
All right, so don't act like it's such a big difference. If I win 4 games, you win 5. If I win 3, you win. Like, it's the same.
No, to me, the difference, I'm only talking roster. That's all I'm talking. Because to your point, I think.
Well, 5 games last year, man. We talking about they got a roster.
I think if Geno started on the Browns last year, they're probably. Browns a 3-win team?
Like the Jets, Titans, and the Raiders all had 3 wins. Then you look at the Giants have 4.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
The Cardinals had 3. Like
Bro,
those are
they're
the
the bottom of the barrel type of squad.
They are a bottom of the barrel type of squad.
Where's
from
the
records perspective.
From a records perspective.
But I also
but
think
not to me from a
roster talent perspective, I think they had a bad coach. I do.
What about their schedule? What's their schedule look like? Who's on their roster though?
I think Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward amazing.
Denzel Ward, he's elite.
Yes. Carson Schwarzenegger, linebacker. I don't know if you know about him, bro.
Yeah, he's solid.
He's great. All
He's
pro.
not elite. Is he elite?
Bro, Shady. We just gonna watch.
I just said top 5 this year. That's elite.
He's all pro last
He's
year.
a dog.
He's amazing. Like I promise you, Shay, I won't lie to you.
Right now,
Bobby Wagner
I promise you, I won't lie to you.
But Bobby Wagner was all pro. He shouldn't have been.
I won't say this publicly because Bobby already got mad at me
That's
already.
why I'm buying my man. He's nice.
And then Jared Verse. So like every level, you got.
He's not elite either. He's really, really good.
Really good. Really good.
All right. So what I'm saying is that when we speak about the Browns, they don't have elite players anyway. So.
No, but you have really good ones.
Schwarzenegger was defensive player of the year last year.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger's amazing. I just don't want to waste time on it.
Yeah.
Then offensively, Quinchon's not elite. Hell no. But like he's really good.
He's cool. It's cool. Right?
Harold Fannin, really good.
I think he has the potential to be really, really good.
Yeah, he's not there yet.
But right now, it's like he's a young guy with talent that we can see.
Yep. And then I think at wideout, I think Judy's good.
Yes.
Judy's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
But yeah.
He's good.
Also,
And I think Isaiah Bond showed promise. But Judy's good.
Judy's solid. Bond is
still
okay.
Bond is at the same level as Quinchon and them.
That's what I'm so. My thing to you is, if you're a defense and you got their scout report, ain't nobody on that team you other than probably Ward. You like, oh wow, you're not doing that, and maybe Verse.
That's
it.
I agree. I agree
that's the NFL,
that
though.
Jerry Judy's
No, it's
good,
not.
but
bro, the Patriots and the Jags, Patriots went to the Super Bowl. They had 4 wins last year. The Jags had 4 wins last year. They won 13 games.
Patriots. That's where I'm at. That's the only
it can
place I'm
happen.
at. It's like
It can happen.
when you look at the Patriots, they defensively there's Christian Gonzalez. Circle. Literally outside of him,
Coaching
I'm
matters.
circling no one
That
else.
coaching matters.
I'm not circling Caleb Vaughn. I'm not circling none of those backers. I wasn't circling none of them DBs. Running back, I'm not circling.
They got my man from the Eagles over there. He saw the big fat.
Devin Lloyd deserves to be circled though,
Bill
too.
Williams is solid.
No, we're talking about Patriots.
Oh, you're talking about the Jags. Oh, yeah.
Patriots. Mitchell Williams first off.
Okay, Carlson Davis. Carlson Davis is
Cool.
He's solid enough.
He cool.
You ask Jamar Chase, he gonna take something different than cool.
Not for real, but he is cool though.
Alright.
Yeah, he cool.
Okay.
And then
Offensive line is really good over there.
Hey, Shady, remember that's what we think. Remember that left tackle was
Yeah, but that's one part of the game. What about they ran the ball well that year? Right, so you had that lineman do that.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Through 6 weeks,
Man.
though, looking at their schedule,
What Trey Order trying to figure out?
Man.
I don't know. With the schedule and the team, I don't know that the
Yeah,
Browns really give me much to believe in.
Hell no.
Nah, I still
Browns.
You should.
Yeah,
You should. They gotta earn it. They gotta earn it. Hey, we got about 4,500 of y'all in the chat. Apologies for the earthquake that caused us to have some chaos for a moment. But with that being said, hit the. We got 6,000. Hey, we got 6,000 of y'all in the chat. Hey, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Hit the like button. Turn the like button up. We want to get 1,000 likes to push us further into the algorithm. As Trey would say, send the live, share the live.
Share the live.
We got like 3 more topics, if I'm not mistaken. This one's about to be a doozy. Care Bear, turn me up.
Look, we have to talk about America's team. Jera and his boys are back at it during training camp. Okay, Dak Prescott is absolutely lighting some stuff up right now. I know it's only shells, I know it's only shorts, but Dak Prescott is out here throwing dimes right here around the corner. Look at that perfectly placed ball. You wouldn't know anything about that with the Philadelphia Eagles over there. Also, George Pickens getting active as well. This one's not a fake video. This is actually George Pickens. Look at him right here. Boom! Catching that one in the end zone, going between the legs, and hopping off into glory. A sign of things to come in the future for this Dallas Cowboys offense. And they have a new nickname, Dak Prescott. Cowboys nickname for their offense is greatest offense there is, GOTI. Fellas, the Cowboys looking great. Looking phenomenal in training camp right now. Absolutely lighting some shit up. Are you guys expecting an MVP season from Dak Prescott?
Go ahead, 2-5. Go ahead, 2-5.
MVP season?
So, yes, sir.
You know, I hate to give this take because you're not gonna like it, but I'm not even talking about MVP. Because MVP, man, you got to get to the playoffs. You haven't been there, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
You know, and last my check, you are the highest paid player in the league and on the team. So for Dak Prescott, I'm not talking about MVPs and all that silly comment. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about get your teams to the playoffs. If the defense is not good enough, right, I don't want that to be the excuse. Elevate them. You know, I feel like with the Cowboys, we always make excuses up for Dak Prescott. I'm tired of that. You got 2 number 1 receivers. You have a really, really good coach in Shoddy. It's time to put together and get to the playoffs. I ain't saying even get to the NC Championship game. That's hard to be. Hard to do. You guys have done that in years. Matter of fact, Karen wasn't even born last time they've been there. So all I want to say is, before we talk about MVPs, let's try to win the division and let's try to get in the playoffs.
Can I invert this for a moment, though, Shay?
Please.
Because in theory, what you're saying is right, but we can talk about MVP before playoffs because MVP is a regular season award. I don't want to talk about playoff Dak Prescott. 1, we don't know what the hell's going to happen. 2, playoffs are on for another 6 months. So
If he
if
ain't
I'm going to
get
wait
it on it.
for 6 months to talk to y'all about Dak, we got way too many shows to do until then. By the way, today's a 200 show, so shout out to y'all for rocking with us for 200 shows. With that being said, I do think, Shady, it could be an MVP season for Dak. 1, this offense is as good of an offense as Dak Prescott has ever played with. Ever. Dare I say it's not close. The reason is Jake Ferguson is in his prime and in his bag right now. When Dak Prescott got an older Jason Witten, nobody was scared of Jason Witten by the time Dak Prescott got him in 2016. Ezekiel Elliott was a 1,600-yard running back, but I think Javonte Williams is probably, what, an 1,100-yard running back?
Yeah.
You know, he's not Zeke in his prime, but he's still a B if Zeke was an A+. He's still a B- to a B if Zeke was an A+. Then you've never had a George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. You just haven't. And when you did have Des Bryant, Dak Prescott wasn't good enough to be able to utilize Des Bryant. Remember, Dak Prescott was too scared to throw it up to Des. That's why Des and Dak had football tension his first year there. Dak Prescott has never had an offense like this. A top 10 tight end, 2 top 7 wide receivers, a top 12 running back, a top 5 offensive line, I think he's going to put up 35 to 40 touchdowns, 4,800 passing yards. If he doesn't eclipse the 5,000-yard mark, Shady, I think he'll finish top 5 in MVP voting.
I mean, I can see that. All the things could be true. Just for me, man, like I just, it's hard for me to speak about like MVPs and all this great stuff, and like I watch the Cowboys every year just make excuses of why they can't win. And I know, and I really think they should win. They have a lot of great players, and I think it's lazy when you talk about the Cowboys. You say, hey, they're not good because of their owner.
Yeah.
That's lazy for me.
Yeah,
Because if you really watch the stuff he does, every year he won't be perfect at it, but majority of the times he's giving that team great players. So for me, I can't talk about MVP stuff. And that's the difference between the Cowboys and the Eagles. We ain't even having these MVP conversations about Jalen Hurts. People forget that he's second in MVP voting. Forget that a couple years ago. We worried about getting back to the chip, get back to the dance, get back to the NFC Championship game. We care about stuff like that. And that's why it's hard for me to take the Cowboys serious, because right now, today, we're in August. It just began. And we're talking about is Dak is going to be MVP. Not is the Cowboys going to be finally get back to the playoffs.
If the Cowboys are
It's just
going to
a
have a
joke.
chance to get to the playoffs, they need Dak Prescott to be an MVP, though. They need Dak Prescott if he is going to lead us to the promised land and get us more than 2 playoff wins. He's going to need to be an MVP caliber player. That's what I believe of Dak Prescott. And I also think I'm happy that we're having these conversations, because regular season success is exactly what Dak Prescott does. He's also finished second in MVP voting before. I think this is a perfect setup for him to actually go out there and get that MVP. And who knows how much confidence a Dak Prescott, who will be an MVP front runner with the best offense in the entire league, can have heading into the playoffs. He hadn't had that amount of momentum since his very first year in 2016, which he didn't have a bad game in.
Do you think you're going to the playoffs this year?
I think we are going to the playoffs.
Did you play that last year before the year started?
No, absolutely not.
So last year, hold up. Last year before the year started, you thought y'all wasn't going to the playoffs?
Especially after Micah left, I thought our season was over. Yeah.
Okay.
I said that. It's documented. I started believing that later on after we made the trade for what's his name?
He was the reason why they didn't win.
Yeah.
He played a young Packers team at home. He had a 16 winning streak, game winning streak. He didn't play great that game. You went from being one of the top MVP candidates that year to throwing picks and all type of crazy shit.
Yeah.
And they lost.
Yep.
So, I mean, yes, to talk to America about this topic, cool. But the real topic should be, forget the MVP conversation, all that silly talk. Quit the malarkey. We need Dak Prescott to come out big for the Dallas Cowboys, bro. You don't have to wear these shirts that has Super Bowl on them. You don't have to wear these shirts that say, you know, in the 90s we were in this championship game. Why not start it now, though?
Yeah.
Why not you create the narrative? Because all we have so far is you play great in regular season, you're going to get some money, and then we get some playoffs. Either you're not going to make it or...
What?
Looks like our neighbors are moving in.
Where are they?